Oh, there's Mark Stoops. How are you?
Where do you rank Shaq?
Here, let's throw Mark Stoops on here.
It's a good looking shirt.
Look, first of all, way to get out of the car.
Woo, yeah, sometimes you got to be quick, Matt.
Mark, good to see you. How you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you. Doing good. We've been getting all this heat and all this sunshine, and then we pull up here today. And
we were out in the rain. We're all drenched.
Yeah.
So first of all, very cool you're here for the Wanda Joyce Robinson Foundation. Tell me why that was so important to you.
Well, the family's been so good to us. Starting with Dale. He's a good man. He's been through a lot, and what he's doing to try to give back means a lot to this community. It means a lot to the young people like Wandell that have been through this. So it's a fantastic cause, and I'm proud to be here.
And you, are you going to play? Are you golfing?
Well, I don't think I have. I can't golf, but I'll be here to shake hands and say hello and take pictures and partake in the festivities. But I don't know if anybody's going to golf today. Let's raise some money, but I don't know about golfing. It's pretty.
So we were just talking about before you got here that it feels like this is the best mojo you all have had and respect from the national media. Maybe partially because of Will, but just in general, I don't think I ever remember a time going into a season where the program has gotten more respect than they have this year. And usually you're used to getting no respect, and you kind of liked it.
I do like it.
Now what do you think when it's on the other side?
Well, I do, like it. We find any way to get a little chip on our shoulder, right? And it's human nature when the players get patted on the back, to start feeling good about themselves. And I don't like that. We don't play good in that situation. And
you've actually had some difficulties with that over the years, where you get a lot of publicity and then have a letdown.
Yeah, exactly. And players start believing the press clips sometimes. And I just believe in keeping that edge and staying hungry. The more mature your football team is, the more they understand that. We have great leadership, starting with a guy like Will. Will, really always, he attacks every day like that. Like he has something to prove. He's constantly trying to get better, and that's a great starting point for us as a program, just to be hungry and to be out there in this heat, in the way they're training. And we're building the foundation of our football team right now in the dog days of summer when it's hot out there, and they're out there training every day, all day, and I've been very pleased with that. But as far as the national media goes and all that, I mean, I guess they have to eventually, because they keep on they're wrong every year, right?
With
where they're picking us. So
well, you got to feel good about it. You deserve it. And you mind? We got to take a break. Will you hang tight for a second?
No problem.
TrustedChoice.com. If you have insurance needs, go to TrustedChoice.com. A local agent. They'll shop all the services to help you figure out which one is best for you. Go to TrustedChoice.com. Whether it's home, auto, life insurance, TrustedChoice.com is your local neighbor to make it happen for you. It is TrustedChoice.com. We'll take a break and be right back here in Frankfort at the Wanda Joyce Robinson Foundation Golf Scramble.
You're listening to Kentucky Sports Radio on Talk Radio 1080.
Welcome back, Kentucky Sports Radio here. Final segment. First of all, big shout-out to the people who made it through. They sat in the rain, then we put them under the tent, and then they got drenched anyway, and it didn't matter. But thankfully, they're still here.
Yeah, we're all slowly drawing off. The equipment seems to be doing okay after it was trying to float away, but a little curveball we handled there.
So Mark Stoops is here. Mark, how are you going to get Will to bring his head down? He met Tom Brady, Triple H. He's he's being listed as a top 10 pick. I know you love that kid and you think he's very mature, but there is a part where you have to say, okay, we got to tune all that out now, right?
Well, without a doubt, and I really don't think it's a problem with a guy like Will. That to this point, he has shown no signs of that. He's just he's very driven. He's competitive within himself. I mean, he's constantly trying to be the best. You and I were talking about a different situation off air about recruiting, and I'm going to go on record to say I think I was the first person to say that I believe Will can be the first overall pick.
You did say that.
I didn't say first overall. I said first.
You said first, yes.
But if you're the first quarterback,
what made you say that early? Because you did say it early.
I believed in him. I see his talent every day, and I stand behind him sometimes during warm-ups and during practice, and it's like every day, like at Christmas when you're a kid, like you got to pinch yourself sometimes, right? And I'm sitting here watching him, and I mean, I'm amazed at the way he throws the ball, the velocity, the confidence that he's gained since last season.
Let me ask you a question. Some of our fans, even people who love him, go, listen, I love the kid. I'm surprised I'm seeing this top 10, the hype. Tell people out there what it is the pros see in him that make him so high on the radar.
Well, he has all the physical tools. You know, he's a big, strong guy. The other day he was out there, and Tim happened to be out there, Tim Couch, and we all know how big, Tim is. He was the number one.
He's like a defensive end now.
Yeah, and he's the number 1 overall pick. But that's what they look like. I mean, he's big, strong quarterback. You know, he has all the physical tools. He could run. He can handle a 17-game season. He's so big and strong. The velocity that he throws the ball with, he's getting more accurate. He's cleaning up his footwork. He's doing all the things necessary, but just the talent alone, I mean, it jumps out at you the way he could throw the football.
I know you can't talk names in recruiting, but I just want to talk general themes. When you all first got here, your initial thing was, let's lock up the state of Kentucky and let's make a presence in Ohio, and you did. And then the next thing was, all right, let's get in on some really top guys. We may not get all of them, but we'll get a handful, and you got your share. Now I see you all, first of all, if there's a top-ranked player in Kentucky, Ohio, Tennessee, you're on them and and have as good a shot as anybody. But I see you all now dipping into Pennsylvania and New Jersey and Maryland, and it's almost like the map is expanding. Is that fair?
Yeah, that is fair. And it is expanding. If you look at last year, I believe, and we will, and why I say I believe is we haven't had all of them on campus yet. Guys like Dane, Keontae, some guys that were there at midterm, we already see, the fruits of what they can do. They're going to be fantastic players. But you get this whole group together that the rest of them reported here last week. And
just last week, okay.
Yeah, and so, I think it's going to be the best class we had, and we were, dispersed all throughout the country. We were all over the place. I think early on, we know what kind of football players there are in Kentucky, and Kentucky's gotten better.
A lot better.
Every year.
Yeah.
It's gotten better since I've been here. And then we know what kind of football players are in Ohio. But I think it's fair to say that we, took guys early on, like we took an abundance of guys that we developed into players. As we have more success, you're trying to recruit more of the polished, finished product.
Yeah. Does the brand name's easier to sell now, right?
It is. It definitely is. And, there's going to be years where, the talent in Kentucky, those 3, 4, 5 guys are like,
great.
They go really good. And then there's years when it's, just good, and the same with Ohio. I think, as we get better, our footprint has expanded in the South. What I didn't like when I first got here is that there was a big concentration in going south, but we were taking guys that couldn't play at this level. And so as we're getting better and as we're winning, we're getting more respect throughout that South, and now we're getting better players through there.
It still seems like, though, you all really like selling again, when I see you dip into Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Maryland, this idea of you're not far from the South.
Right.
You want to play in the SEC, and we're the closest school, and have had success.
Without a doubt. And it's closer for them, to come and be able to go to Kentucky. And if you just look at our enrollment and you look at the kids coming from those areas just to go to school, you're seeing more and more.
Oh, really? Okay.
So it just helps us, and it's much easier to sell the SEC. Everybody knows the SEC, but maybe they don't want to go down into the Deep South.
I understand. Well, let me ask you about – I like that look on your face. Oklahoma and Texas are going to join in a big conversation in the last couple of weeks where what's the schedule going to look like. I've heard – 2 major scenarios. One is that you have one well, first of all, there's 8 versus 9 games.
Right.
And then there's you have one opponent that you always play, or these pod systems where you get 3 that you always play and then you rotate everybody else. Where do you think that is right now, and what would you prefer to see?
I'm not sure where that's at. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to say on that or not as far as exactly what you just talked about.
Okay.
The 1 and 3. But I think it's fair to say that there's deep conversation on 8 or 9 conference games. And so
well, and almost whatever it is will decide it, because if you do 1, you need to have 8, and if you do 9, you have to have 3, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So read between the lines here. Yeah. I'm agreeing with you. So I think, where we stand, if we would have taken a vote with the football coaches in Destin, then for sure I think everybody was on this. I hate speaking for people.
Yes.
The majority was 8. And reason being is a lot of us have crossover games, South Carolina, Clemson, and
Louisville.
We have Louisville, and we want to keep that. And to play 9 conference games and Louisville, I mean that's tough. And just look at our league. I mean, for instance, I go to those meetings. There was only 4 guys. The last time we met in person in Destin, there's only 4 coaches there. So I mean, how much money does all these teams have? You're guaranteeing 50% of our room, one more loss. They already fire everybody in this league all the time.
That's
right?
That's an interesting way to put it. You're guaranteeing everybody one more. And you all went through the year where you had to play 10.
And how'd that turn out?
Yeah.
Well, we were the middle of the pack, right?
Yeah.
And had a bad
4-6.
I consider a bad year. I mean, I don't want to win 4 games. I want to win a lot more than 4, right? But 50% of our league was the same or worse. Mm-hmm. I mean, is that good?
Yeah. So let's say you had to pick one rival.
Yeah.
We would want Tennessee. They probably have the Vandy and Alabama stuff. What would you want if we had to pick one? Or are you just like whoever it is, it is?
Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, I'm good. I mean, I agree. I mean, we all enjoy those rivalries and want to keep them. I think the league enjoys that. Think about us and how we feel, and then everybody else. So there's give and take with all this. You're getting Oklahoma, you're getting Texas. It's already an unbelievable league, as we know. And so there's got to be some give. Yeah. And so it just – and that's across the league. That's what everybody.
Do Stockton really quick.
Stockton Mortgage, they're everywhere. Matter of fact, when you get off the interstate, you come down here to Juniper Hills Golf Course, you drive right by the Stockton Mortgage over there by the old Charlie's building over there. So they've got one in your town. They've got one here in Frankfort. Give them a call. You can apply online at Stockton.com.
You're like a computer. I mean, that's like you just hit go and like you just automatic.
You got to be ready. You don't know when he's coming to me, Coach. You got to be honest.
That's right.
$25 in front of him, and he'll do whatever.
I love it.
I want you to do this every year. I'm sure we'll have you before the season. Give the people out there trying to decide, do I get season tickets this year? Give them the pitch in 30 seconds.
They absolutely better get season tickets this year of all years. We have a great home schedule. We have a heck of a football team. Our players are out there busting their tail right now training, and we're very excited, very confident. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mark. Thanks to folks here in Frankfurt with the Wanda Joyce Foundation. They do great work. I wish we could have talked more because the rain kind of threw it off. But please look up what they do for the children of people who have parents who's incarcerated. It's a great cause. Thank you all very much. Thanks to you, Mark. And thanks to all of you who sat through the rain with us. We appreciate it. We will see you Tuesday. We are off Monday. We'll see you Tuesday. This is Kentucky Sports Radio.